All right, and welcome to my page. So here's where we're at, kind of building things. Build as I go with this one because this is my second semester. So obviously it's biology B, so it's second semester. The way that I tend to build is if I go to the modules. So right now I've built within the modules. I have a couple modules that are waiting to be built. There's nothing in ecology, evolution, or cell reproduction. Currently working in the genetics class, and we just finished the DNA section. Um, so here's a little bit. Pretty, if you notice, a lot of what I build is through assignments. I'm starting to transition over. I kind of like the pages idea with a couple of the other classes that I have, but I like also having just the assignments because I'm going straight down the list. Sometimes I date them. That's if I'm out to try to help those teachers um, figure that out and to help them as well. I actually need to add something into that because I have, whenever I give a test, so I'll go to my assignments page. As you can see, the assignments should be broken up by the different lab assessments. So DNA test is a test that I need to add back into that module. So I like to look at my module to see what I'm doing. I just use the word unit. I'm not sure why we can't use unit, so I will go ahead and add that test to my module. So now I have everything that had to do with DNA. I didn't give everything dates because we found out that if you give it a date in the gradebook, the gradebook will sometimes not allow you to re-edit that grade past the term. So once the term's up, going back to gradebook was a little bit difficult. I can't give you the exact words and how it worked, but that became an issue. So I left them open-ended when I wanted to leave them open-ended so I can go back and edit them without a problem. So we're working on genetics. So I'll launch, let's go back to my DNA since we've already done it. So with model DNA, that was a model assignment, so I put like an I can statement at the top because that's where I just planned on making everything run through. So at this class, there was a couple links that they could go to, both of which were DNA style models. Turned out they did not work on the iPads, but we could go to the computer lab and they could link to them to work on that. So then at the end, there was a link that we would discuss in class and play. This was a multiple day assignment, so we started on Thursday. So then I just went ahead and amended that. So for Friday, we started making our own independent strand. Um, and the kids turned that in on paper, as you can see. Didn't really have a rubric for it, but I have rubrics that I've designed. So that's just an assignment of where I'm at. Don't really use the discussion tab. Grades, I use the grade book for multiple things, obviously grading. One of the cool things that I found, like, so right here, genetics worksheet or genetics vocab, that's not due till next Friday. But like the worksheet I just gave out today, if somebody was not here or if somebody didn't turn it in, I can message students who. I also found that you can, let's say it's like a 2 point assignment and everybody did it, you could set a default grade to give everybody that same assignment. Haven't played with the curve grades. Download submissions is pretty cool because if you get like a pages file, you can download them all and then look at them that way. I've tried the mute assignment, but it still shows up in the grade book. I'd rather put it in as an assignment and then have it as a no grade assignment so that way it doesn't show up in my notebook. So if I go back to my biology B, I also don't like how you can navigate through the whole thing, but not in gradebook. Syllabus, because there's no assignment dates, it builds the syllabus for you if you have put dates in. I just haven't put dates in. I did that through first semester because it built for you, and I like that out um, that feature. I just haven't put dates in because of the gradebook issue that we ran into. Quizzes is a feature that I have heard so many mixed reviews on about it being locked, about it not working correctly, about it being I had to turn it back on for this student and that student. So I haven't really done and do a lot with my quizzes. All my quizzes and tests are done offline. That's the only paper that I actually copy because everything else I do through either an assignment. But like I said, I haven't used pages in this class, but if I go to one of my other classes, I'll just show you. Like community service class now, we're pretty much running it exclusively through pages. So if I go, again, I want to run everything through modules. So we did a Jefferson Award structure. We have Jefferson Awards in action. And essentially, so what we do is what we've created is an agenda for the day on a page. I like this feature because you can then also send out and link in. As you can see here, we have the accountability. You can link into that, and I can put something that they can download. We can also then, if I go back to, I don't have it. Oh, there's the next. I might have to move my face a little bit. So if I go to the next, it'll go to the 27th, and then if I go to the 29th, I'll show you what we did on the 29th. 29th, a lot of stuff was due. So we had a leadership agenda, which is a link to an assignment. We had a weekly agenda calendar, which was a link to an assignment. So we just basically told the students to click on the one that applied to them and submit. This class is highly differentiated too, and one thing we haven't figured out is how to assign to one set of students but not to the other. So if, let's say, a leadership agenda applies to only 4 students, in the grade book it still shows up for every student as having that. So I'd like to see how we can do that. I think my agenda is plain. I think it doesn't look pretty. I want it to be a little bit more interactive. I want to engage the kids through Canvas because I know there's different ways of doing it. I use Google Forms. I'd like to embed Google Forms, but I think I can do that the same way that we embedded the Padlet as well. So I want to push myself in any way, shape, or form. Videos, I can embed YouTube. You can embed those things into assignments. I've done that. But that's pretty much where I showed you 2 classes, but I kind of focused on the biology class, so I can go back to that. So we can just go through there. I just want to engage the students in a better way. Thank you very much.